Good evening, everyone. I would call the meeting to order at 5:15 p.m. Please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Zerlo, would you please conduct the roll call? Legislators Henry and Walden have asked to be excused.
Mr. Castine.
Present.
Mr. Bazzaio.
Here.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Henry's excused. Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kretzer.
Here.
Mr. Perrier.
Here.
Mr. Randall.
Here.
Mr. Timmons.
Here.
And Ms. Waldron is asked to be excused. You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. All legislators have received a copy of the minutes of January 24th, 2024, regular session. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I will entertain a motion to accept the minutes as presented. Motion by Wendell, second by Francis. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I will now recognize those in the audience who wish to share their thoughts and concerns with the legislature. Please raise your hand if you wish to be recognized and state your name and address for the record. With no one here, I'll pass that right on. We will now go to committee reports. I will call on the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with Buildings and Grounds, Mr. Bazzaio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Buildings and Grounds Committee met on Monday, February 12th. Superintendent of Buildings and Grounds, Jane Cleveland, discussed the Wendell Energy Update, the Government Center Brick Repair Project, and the Master Plan. We also got informed that the bid opening will be the 27th of January for the brick project, which is important to get some pricing. The next Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting is currently scheduled for Monday, March 11th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, Mr. Bazzaio. Children and Family Services, Mr. Perrier.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Children and Family Services Committee met on Tuesday, February 6th. Christine Peters, the Department of Social Services Commissioner, reviewed several resolutions, including authorizing contract with Cornell Cooperative, extension of Clinton County, and authorizing Safe Harbor grant application and acceptance. She also discussed several topics, including the migrant update and the warming center. Resolution 69 through 74 have been placed on the agenda upon recommendation of the committee, as well as Resolution 75 under Ways Rule 13.2. The Children and Family Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, March 5th at 5:15. End of report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Economic Development County Operations, Mr. Timmons.
Yeah, I'll take that as Chairman on behalf of Legislator Timmons and on behalf of Legislator Waldron. The Economic Development and County Operations Committee met earlier this evening. Dave Randall, Director of Information Technology, was present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing contract extension with the New York State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, and authorizing contract extension with Simquest Group Incorporated. Molly Ryan, the Economic Development Director, was also present to discuss a Fast New York update, an update about Beta Technologies, and the committee discussed the sale and lease of real property in executive session. Resolution 76 through 79 have been placed on the agenda on the committee's recommendation. The next Economic Development and County Operations Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, March 13 at 4 p.m.
Thank you. Finance, Mr. Timmons.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee met on Wednesday, February 7th. Kimberly Davis, the County Treasurer, and Rebecca Murphy, the Deputy Treasurer, were present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing the County Treasurer to appropriate the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 funds to various accounts, and authorizing the County Treasurer to establish a capital project titled Installation of the Passenger Boarding Bridge Gate 2, Plattsburgh International Airport. They also reviewed the 2023 sales tax chart, 2023 sales tax distribution, total sales tax comparison of 2019 to 2023, occupancy tax, in rem for supplement funding. Additionally, Mr. Zerlo discussed the resolution authorizing contract with Northway Solar LLC. Resolutions 80 through 87 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Finance Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, March 6th at 5:15 p.m. in the report.
Thank you, sir. Health Department, Mr. Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee met on Wednesday, February 7th. Michelle Gregory, Director of Community Services, was present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing contract with Policy Strategy Consultants LLC and authorizing Systems of Care SOC implementation support grant application. Jeffrey Sisson, the Director of Public Health, was also present to discuss several resolutions, including approving appointment to the Clinton County Board of Health and authorizing household hazardous waste state assistance program grant application. He also reviewed several reports, including 2023 fourth quarter grant report and director's report for December 2023 and January 2024. Resolutions 88 through 99 have been placed on the agenda upon recommendation of the committee, and the Health Committee tentatively is scheduled to meet again Wednesday, March 6th at 4 p.m. And a report, sir.
Thank you. Human Services, Mr. Randall.
Thank you, Chair. The Human Services Committee met on Tuesday, February 6th. Wendy Bishop, the nursing home administrator, was present to discuss the resolution authorizing an increase in room and board rates for skilled nursing facility residents. Ryland Collins, the director of the Office of Court of Aging, was also present to discuss the resolution authorizing contract amendment with Senior Citizens Council of Clinton County and approving appointments to the Office for the Aging Advisory Committee, as well as a discussion item on pro program. Kevin Malone, the director of the Veteran Service Agency, was also in attendance to discuss monthly statistics for January 2024 and the current VA backlog of claims and staffing. Resolutions 100 through 102 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, March 5th at 4:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Personnel, Mr. Zerlo.
Yes, on behalf of Chairman Henry, the Personnel Committee met on Monday, February 5th. Kim Kimblem, the Personnel Director, was present to discuss the resolutions, including approving backfill of a permanent full-time paralegal position and authorizing payment of 2024 membership dues. Additionally, resolutions 103 through 126 have been placed on the agenda as a result of the recommendation of the committee. And the next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, March 4th at 5 p.m. End of reports.
Thank you. Plattsburgh International. The Plattsburgh International Airport Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolutions 127 have been pulled and placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. The next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, March 27th at 4 p.m. End of report. Public Safety, Mr. Castine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Public Safety Committee met on Monday, February 5th. Andrew Wiley, the District Attorney, and Jamie Rock, the Administrative Assistant, were present to discuss resolutions authorizing contract with Clark Fredericks and authorizing out-of-state travel. Chad Deans, the coroner, was present to discuss the resolution amending resolution number 26 dated January 11th, 2023, titled authorizing a written mutual aid agreement for coroner services. Mr. Dean also continued discussion on the mortuary cooler. Mr. Wiley and Dr. Michael Sakrika, forensic pathologist, also participated in the discussion. Also, a border situation update was presented by Sheriff Favreau. The number of illegal entrants crossing our border in the northern part of Clinton County is growing every month. I think, Mr. Chairman, we've discussed this in the past, the idea of the county passing some sort of a resolution asking the federal government to increase their manpower for enforcement of protecting our northern border, and I think it's something we certainly ought to be actively pursuing right now, because this situation is getting out of hand. It's already out of hand. You know, we've had more illegal immigrants picked up in the past 3 or 4 months that we had in the previous 4 or 5 years, it's a bad situation, so I think we've got to address this.
I totally agree with you. Mike, can we,
We can. That was my fault. So, yes, so we'll get on that.
Thank you. The next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, March 4th at 4 p.m. End of report.
thank you, sir. Transportation, Mr. Custer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee met on Monday, February 12th. Shannon Thayer, the planning director, was present to discuss the Student Association shuttle service. Carl Weiss, the highway superintendent, was present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for the replacement of CR1 Standish Road Bridge over Separator Brook, bridge identification number 3363270, and authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for one standardized road widener attachment. Resolutions number 132 through 135 have been placed on the agenda upon recommendation of the committee. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, March 11th at 5:15 p.m., and that's the end of the report.
Thank you, sir. Are there liaison reports?
You can just go right through this.
Okay. Board of Health, Mr. Hughes.
Board of Health met Monday. Of course, it was my first meeting. It was actually really interesting. Mr. Smith, or Bob Smith, also, it was his first night too, so we kind of had both representation. Most of the night was discussing the 2024 Clinton County Sanitary Code and the fine policy revisions. And Ryan Davies from the environmental portion of the Department of Health presented a long presentation on that. And that's essentially that was most of that. At the end, we went through all the health department reports, and there's nothing out of the ordinary with the report.
Thank you. Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Crester.
No report.
Clinton Community College, Mr. Waldron, Mr. Zerl.
Nothing to report, sir. You did read, well, nothing to report, and then I'll report something. You did read that SUNY has selected the point person to keep things in motion. So it's not a position of any sort of power, but that Ken Nelly from SUNY Plattsburgh is going to be the point person to ensure that all the items that need to be discussed from both colleges are actively being talked about. So he's actively working on that role. So moving forward, sir.
Community Service Board, Mr. Castine.
No report this time, sir.
Thank you. Cooperative Extension, Mr. Timmons.
Yes, we just had our organizational meeting, fairly new, young board. So you're looking at the new chairman of the board now because of that.
Big pay increase?
Yeah, big pay increase. And Linda also just got the newest ag assessment. Everybody has that on their desk. It's double-sided. I apologize for the way that got cut off when I printed it, but some good reading to go over. And that's all I have for report.
Thank you. Discipline review and grievance, there's nothing, which is good. Inter-county, Mr. Randall.
I did attend the meeting at all boards, it was approved. Yeah, that picture they said, but it was quite interesting. They went over to the state's budget, and some of it was disconcerting too, on what they're looking at.
Your deficits.
Especially with the Medicaid issue. So, still looking at about $2.4 billion in the budget for the illegal immigrants issue in New York State. And we still have issues with, last year they said about 45,000 residents left New York State. So, not all grim, but those are the bigger parts of it.
Did you get lunch?
They did service lunch, sir, yes.
Thank you, sir. LC and LG Regional Planning Board, Mr. Hughes, Mr. Kressner.
No report.
Soil and Water, Mr. Bazile, Mr. Timmons.
No report.
So, no, there's really no report. We haven't met since the last regular meeting. The next meeting is actually tomorrow, Thursday, February 15th. next regular meeting.
Thank you. Workforce Development Board, Mr. Courier.
No report.
Thank you.
Did you get contacted? Oh, by Josh, yes.
It's gonna help me out.
Okay.
We talked about it earlier.
Staff members, Ms. Keller,
No report today.
Mr. Zerlo.
Yes, I got a couple of quick things. One I'll save for an executive session on the sale and lease of real property. But the two, at Finance Committee, we heard during the Treasurer's report on in-rem foreclosure, that a veterans post in the county was in jeopardy. And Mr. Bazzaio, Mr. LaBeouf, and others apparently rattled the rate change because that liability has been paid in full, and they are no longer in the foreclosure process, so that is good news. And secondly, I just want to bring to your attention the package of information that's on your desk from a woman by the name of Jennifer Jewett. She is going to speak to the legislature on the 28th, meeting of the 28th, and she just asked that this information be forwarded to you so you could get a primer on what she will be discussing on the meeting on the 28th. That's all, and I will request, please, when it's time to executive session. Very short, I promise.
Thank you. Before voting on the resolutions, I want to note that the majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendation of the committees. Mr. Zerlo, will you please read the titles of the resolutions to the acting law?
Certainly. Resolution number 69, authorizing memorandum of understanding with 1814 Commemoration Incorporated Social Services.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Roll call. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 70, authorizing contract with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Clinton County Social Services.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Crester. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 71, authorizing safe harbor grant application and acceptance, social services.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Randall. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 72, authorizing grant transfer to ETC Housing Corporation, social services.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 73, authorizing payment of membership dues, Youth Bureau.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Crester. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 74, authorizing contract amendments to approve the reallocation of 2023 Youth Development Program funding, Youth Bureau.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Randall. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 75, authorizing contract with Molly Kennedy, Social Services.
Moved by Mr. Courier, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 76, authorizing payment of membership dues, weights and measures.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 77, authorizing payment of membership dues, information technology.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Crester. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 78, authorizing contract extension with New York State Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services, Information Technology.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Perrier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Resolution number 79, authorizing contract extension with SimQuest Group Incorporated, Information Technology.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion?
Yeah, there was gonna be a change of this resolution.
Correct, nothing that affects the resolution other than, you might be wondering, in committee, Mr. Randall mentioned the cost of this contract. The cost of this extension is $5,000, and the question came up, why was the previous year's cost $50,000? And the answer is, the previous year's cost included the photocopiers in addition to the printers. This resolution is just dealing with printer maintenance, so we are going to correct that resolution administratively to reflect that the previous year's costs included both printing maintenance and photocopier maintenance, but no change to anything in the body of the resolution.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 80, authorizing the county treasurer to appropriate American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 funds to various accounts, treasurer's office.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Rosario. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 81, authorizing the county treasurer to establish a capital project titled Installation of a Passenger Boarding Bridge Gate 2 Construction, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 82, authorizing the county treasurer to establish a capital project titled Acquire Foreign Object Debris Sweeper Vehicle, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 83, authorizing the county treasurer to establish a capital project titled Airport-Wide Access Gate Control and Security Upgrades Design, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 84, authorizing the county treasurer to decrease petty cash, mental health and addiction.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Rosario. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 85, authorizing contract with Northway Solar LLC, Legislature.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Rosario. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 86, approving Strategic Planning Commission's recommendation to expend occupancy tax revenue, Legislature.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 87, authorizing contract with Barton and LaJudas, DPC, relative to the Clinton County Corrective Measures Remedial Treatment System for 2024 permit monitoring and reporting services, solid waste.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Randall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Resolution number 88, authorizing payment of membership dues for the year 2024, mental health and addiction.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Castine. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 89, authorizing contract, bear with me, Shilpa Belulathil, MD, mental health and addiction.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Castine. Discussion.
The ironic part, Chairman, is I practiced that.
Did very well. Roll call. Carried.
I don't know if it goes.
Yes.
Mr. Gold?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Sorry, Chairman.
Any discussion? Oh, carried.
Resolution number 90, authorizing contract with Policy Strategy Consultants LLC, Mental Health and Addiction.
Back to normal. Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 91, authorizing Systems of Care Implementation Support Grant Application, Mental Health and Addiction.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Carried.
Yes.
Resolution number 92, approving appointment to the Clinton County Board of Health, Health Department.
Mr. Kressler, floor four. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 93, authorizing Household Hazardous Waste State Assistance Program Grant Application, Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion?
Just want to say there was a discussion in committee about the local share. Just want to remind everybody that our agreement with Casella, that is a 100% our obligation up to $30,000. So anything we get through this program is a bonus to us. So we don't have to pay to receive this money, but absent this money, we pay the full fare.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 94, authorizing contract amendment with Son Air Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 95, authorizing contract with various veterinary offices Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 96, authorizing contract with Peru Central School District Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 97, authorizing contract with the Plattsburgh City School District Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 98, authorizing contract with Chantel Renee Kite Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Bazzaio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 99, authorizing contract amendment with various veterinary offices for rabies testing, Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Hughes, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 100, authorizing an increase in room and board rates for skilled nursing facility residents, nursing home.
Moved by Mr. Randall, second by Mr. Courier. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 101, authorizing contract amendment with the Senior Citizens Council of Clinton County, Office for the Aging.
Moved by Mr. Randall, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 102, approving appointment to the Office for the Aging Advisory Committee, Office for the Aging.
Moved by Mr. Randall, second by Mr. Courier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Resolution number 103, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction sergeant position, Sheriff's Department.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 104, approving creation of a permanent full-time building maintenance mechanic position, Sheriff's Department.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 105, approving backfill of permanent full-time assistant district attorney, district attorney's office.
Moved by Mr. Hall, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 106, approving backfill of permanent full-time paralegal position, district attorney's office.
Moved by Mr. Cresser, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 107, approving backfill of permanent full-time account clerk typist position, mental health and addiction.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 108, approving reclassification of a vacant full-time real property information analyst position up to a permanent full-time senior assessment control examiner position with backfill real property.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Timmons. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 109, approving creation of a permanent full-time assessment control examiner position real property.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Timmons. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 110, approving backfill of a permanent full-time guard position, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 111, approving reclassification of a permanent full-time building maintenance worker position up to a full-time building maintenance mechanic position, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 112, approving backfill of a permanent full-time airport maintenance worker 2 position, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Cresser, second by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 113, approving backfill of permanent full-time airport maintenance worker 1 position, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 114, approving backfill of permanent airport laborer position, full-time airport laborer position, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 115, approving backfill of a vacant, permanent, part-time program assistant position, Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Cresser, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 116, approving backfill of a permanent, full-time children's services program specialist, Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 117, approving the reclassification of a permanent part-time public health sanitarian position down to a permanent part-time principal account clerk position with backfill, Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 118, approving backfill of a permanent full-time senior typist position, Health Department.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 119, approving backfill of permanent full-time probation assistant position, probation.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 120, approving backfill of a permanent full-time social welfare examiner, social services.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Perrier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 121, approving backfill of a permanent full-time typist position, social services.
Moved by Mr. Cresser, second by Mr. Perrier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 122, approving backfill of a permanent full-time social welfare examiner, social services.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Perrier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 123, approving backfill of a permanent full-time caseworker position, social services.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Poirier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 124, approving backfill a permanent full-time family support worker position, social services.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Poirier. Any discussion? All in favor? Carried. Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 125, approving backfill of permanent full-time election specialist position, Board of Elections.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 126, authorizing payment of membership dues personnel.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Timmons. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 127, authorizing contract amendment with Volair Aviation, Plattsburgh International.
Moved by Mr. Hall, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 128, authorizing contract with Clark Fredericks, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Poirier. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 129, authorizing out-of-state travel, District Attorney's Office.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 130, amending resolution number 26 dated January 11, 2023, titled Authorizing Written Mutual Aid Agreement for Coroner Services, Coroner's Office.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 131, authorizing Omaha Community Foundation grant application and acceptance, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Moved by Mr. Castine, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 132, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for the replacement of County Route Number 1 Standish Road Bridge over the Separator Brook, bridge identification number 336-3270, highway.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Bazaya. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 133, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for the replacement of the culvert carrying County Route 1 Standish Road over the Standish Brook, Highway Department.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Randall. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 134, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for one standardized road widener attachment, Highway Department.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Hughes. Any discussion?
Yes. What's a road widener?
Josh, I'll let you take it.
It is what takes the gravel and actually creates kind of the side of the road. So
This shoulder.
Shoulder.
Or widening the road.
Kevin wants to buy it.
Yeah,
It's gonna
well,
be like crushed stone.
that's not falls, not me personally.
No, the town of Schuyler Falls is interested in our
Okay.
own.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 135, authorizing payment of membership dues, Highway Department.
Moved by Mr. Kressler, second by Mr. Bazaya. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 136, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for insurance reimbursement, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 137, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for various grants, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 138, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Regional Child Fatality Review Team Program Grant, District Attorney's Office Child Advocacy Center.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Resolution number 139, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriations and corresponding revenue for the Technology Innovation and Election Resource Grant, Board of Elections.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Cressner. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 140, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act Grant Social Services.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Poirier. There'll be one abstention, Mr. Cressner. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
One abstention, legislator Kretzer.
Carried.
Resolution number 141, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the 2024 Youth Scholarship Grant Youth Bureau.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Poirier. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 142, supporting the Clinton County Soil and Water Conservation District's application for grant funding. Legislature.
4-4, Mr. Timmons, Mr. Mazzio.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 143, urging action by New York State legislators to advocate on behalf of SUNY community colleges to increase funding to community colleges in the state budget. Legislature.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Mazzio. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Carried.
Yes.
Resolution number 144, urging the New York State Legislature and Governor Kathy Hochul to support the budget request of the New York Community College Trustees and New York Community College Association of Presidents. Legislature.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution number 145, approving home rule request for New York State Senate Bill 6434 and New York State Assembly Bill 7108. Legislature.
4-4, Mr. Castine.
Yes.
All in favor?
So under discussion, Chairman,
Yep.
just remind everybody, we asked for legislation to be introduced to allow state troopers to be reinstated as special patrol officers in 2023. That bill is now moving through the state legislature, and we need now the bills are printed, and we needed to indicate the legislature's actual support for the legislation as drafted. So that's what this does. You've already asked for this previously.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Can I have a motion to move Rule 13, waive Rule 13-2? Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Poirier. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And on resolution number 146, approving creation of temporary full-time junior assistant district attorney's office.
Moved by Mr. Timmons, second by Mr. Castine. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Does anyone have anything further to come before the legislature? If you're not, then I think we made a motion to go into executive session to talk about real property. Motion by Mr. Poirier, second by Mr. Preston. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Hold on. You guys are faster than my technology. Did you get the exit?
When he's up there, he can't do it.
You're on.
Back in regular session. Motion to adjourn by Mr. Poirier, second by Mr. Hughes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, everybody.